Following the PDP zoning of his presidential ticket to the south and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's declaration of interest in the 2027 presidential race, there's a current realignment of political forces across the country. The development throws up a three-way race, with Tinubu controlling the southwest, Obi controlling the southeast, and Atiku controlling the north. Some analysts have said the permutation gives Atiku a clear advantage to win the 2027 presidency. Joining us on this show to discuss the chances of the APC since the PDP zoned its presidency to the south is Farouk Aliyu, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress. Good morning, Mr. Aliyu. Thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning. Good morning, all of you. I can't see any of you, but I can hear about his voice. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you. Morning, sir.
Well, is it given?
I can't see any one of you, but I can hear a voice, yeah.
Okay, thank you for staying with us. Well, is it given that, the South has been, is in the hands of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the North is zoned to Atiku Abubakar, and Peter Obi is in charge of the Southeast. How did anybody arrive at this conclusion? Considering the fact that the process has not even still started, and there will be other permutations, there will be other players who may show up along the line. So how does this calculation, preliminary, I say, presumptive, I say, give advantage to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar? It looks like lazy political analysis to me in the light of current realities. What do you think?
Well, good morning once again. Now I can see all of you. Well, to us in the APC, honestly, we don't care. We honestly don't care whether a northerner stands against Tinubu or a southerner, because what we have on ground in terms of people to deliver him, so, and each party, decides to do whatever they want to do, the way they want to do it. We have already chosen Tinubu as the candidate, as the president now, and hopefully the presidential candidate, because normally when you are going the first time, the second time is just like a done deal. So we'll rally around him. Those of us from the northern part of the country will rally around Tinubu and sure we deliver him. That's it. So we don't care really what other political parties do in terms of how they will win election. While they do theirs, we do ours as well.
But I hear you. I can, and I understand the confidence of the power of the incumbent power. But you must also admit that if we have PDP zoning to the south and President Tinubu from the south, that splits votes, doesn't it? Or do you think that this would work as a disadvantage to your candidates in the next election, making perhaps Vice President Atiku Abubakar the choice of the north and the numbers from the north and some parts of the south a clear course to victory?
You see, the unfortunate part of this unsigned agreement between us, the people of this country, north-south, that clearly gives APC an advantage because Buhari did 8 years. So, it's a kind of gentleman's agreement amongst us, the people of this country. So, certainly the people of the south feel deprived, from 8 years of leadership. So which means if the people of this country decide otherwise, when we get to the booth on the polling day, if they vote us out, that's okay. But as far as this arrangement is concerned, we in the APC are, we have the better advantage. At least the southern part of this country, probably 90% of them will come. And then, of course, the north also know this kind of agreement. The agreement is there. Buhari contested and lasted for 8 years in office. So Tinubu should also be allowed to do that. I said unfortunate because unfortunately, still we, the people of this country, don't see ourselves as one people, sadly. So until such a time when we probably get a Nigerian president, people that each and every one of us will believe in, that is the leader of all of us. Maybe that kind of thing we'll start talking about. But for now, we have clear advantage with Tinubu as the incumbent president, and also from the southern part of the country as our candidate.
Good to see you again this Friday, Mr. Farouk Aliyu. And the question is it us that makes it difficult for us to see ourselves as one, or you, the politicians, that remind us where we are from when it's time to play politics to be able to get easy votes? Is that not the order of the day?
No, sadly, it's all of us. We, when I said we, I mean we, including you. I mean all of us, all Nigerians, because how come up till today we talk about the president is Yoruba, the president is Fulani, or a Christian or a Muslim? So that has to be with all of us. Now, if the people of this country decide otherwise, then it will be changed. But as of today, unfortunately, it's not the politicians who will make it, the masses too. Everybody, sadly. Yeah, and unfortunately.
But most of the conversation...
Listen, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, when President Jonathan was in office, can the Muslims in this country or the people of the southern part of this country feel they are better off? Or when Buhari was in charge, were the northerners better off? So which means it's got nothing to do with where you come from. But unfortunately, the people of this country still need to decide, whom do we want to govern us? From whichever party, from whichever zone. But as of today, that gentleman's agreement is there, north, south. In some instances, Christian and Muslim.
So, because when you say these things, you say it like it's so easy. But I say it's you, the politicians. You guys did it to the extent that you even had to form a federal character commission, you know, to be able to create the buffers so that one pastor does not feel cheated. So it's a constant conversation. I mean, it was you politicians that influenced the Willings report of minority groups. So it's constantly what favors you, the politicians. We just echo the sentiments because you are the ones that come back and tell us when it's election time that this man is not from our region, don't vote for him. That they will deny our region development, that when I'm here from your region, things will go better for all of us. So it's you politicians that have sold us that lie. What I'm trying to say today is, can you guys also spare us that lie you normally sell us? Because you remind us when it's time for politics. Just like you are also telling us now that you want President Tinubu to complete because there's a gentleman's agreement from the south and all of that, and you know, it's of Yoruba extraction, which a lot of people might say Yoruba people are not only the people from the south. There are other people from the south that might have a bite at the cherry. So when will you politicians spare us off these lies you tell us?
Rufai, point of correction. It's not the politician that put federal character. We, the people of this country, because it's still in the Constitution. So please, we, including you, all of us, including you, we, the people of this country, put a character commission in the Constitution. And then when it comes to, when you say we lie, now we are not, we don't control animals. We talk to human beings who are Nigerians. So Nigerians need to see this, that look, it is still Christian, Muslim, Muslim, Christian, North and South. And as of today, we, the politicians, will keep talking to people, look, to our advantage. Our advantage is the North and South, South and North. Because each of the parties still come along this way. Because unfortunately, as I said, unfortunately, the people of this country still would want somebody from their side of the country, whether they benefit or they don't. So until such a time, when all of us understand that, look, we don't need a Hausa man or a Fulani man. When you spoke about Yoruba, Tinubu, now former President Buhari, late President Buhari, was a Fulani man. Well, not only Fulanis are from the northern part of the country also. So if you look at it, it's the people of the country that have agreed to all these things. So no amount of talk shop can stop this.
Okay, Mr. Aliyu.
Dr. Rufai.
Mr. Aliyu. Now, this is my position. It seems to me that you keep saying, we the people, we the people. Now, that phrase, we the people, is a fictional category, even in the 1999 Constitution, as some people have argued. Because the Nigerian people, you can't point to any basic consensus on anything. I don't know where the Nigerian people came together and said, oh, if you come from the north, you must do 8 years. If you come from the south, you must do 8 years. Such a consensus does not exist. 2, part of the problem we have in this country is also that there's no elite consensus, because the elite category in Nigeria is not an enlightened category. It's an elite class that is interested only in its own pocket and its own class, its own pocket. Now, that said, at the level of argumentation, now I'd like you to address 2 things. 1, this resolve, whether it's fictional, you will tell us, that in the north, some people are saying Tinubu must go by all means, and that they don't want the APC again. There are people who say, oh, there's a growing resentment against Tinubu in the north. And the corollary to that is that they are saying that, okay, anybody can come from the south. They will support that person. So what do you think of the Jonathan factor as proposed? Former President Goodluck Jonathan being proposed by some people as a man who can stand up to President Tinubu, or you don't bother about all of these permutations. I call them permutations because that's what they are.
Dr. Abati, I still come back to the we the people. No matter how you look at it, it's still we the people, because we have a National Assembly in place. So if any one of us, any part of this country that do not agree with the present constitution as it is, let it be amended. And from time to time, they try to tinker with it and so on. So that's that. And then whether the North are angry, whether the North saying they will not vote for Tinubu is subjective. There are people in the South also that will not vote for Tinubu. Simple. So that's it. So, of course, not everybody in the North is going to vote for Tinubu. But the majority people of the North will still vote for APC. And Tinubu will be our candidate. And whether Jonathan is coming in, it's going to be a threat to us, we respect Jonathan. We respect him. We respect Atiku. We respect all these Nigerian leaders. But I tell you, I have not seen anyone on the horizon that can compete with Tinubu as presently constituted this Nigeria. Because look at the crisis in the PDP. I mean, where will they start from? Whoever they bring is problem. And then look at the ADC too. Where will they start from? And, you know, the greatest disadvantage of Atiku is being a northerner contesting against a southerner. Because still the southern, Ruben Abati, Ayo, my brother Rufai, you sit here every day, talk. But what happens on the ground is not so. Because what I'm saying is that, look, still the APC you talk against every day in and out is still the darling of the people of this country. I agree, there are challenges. And in politics, each party that comes when PDP was in power, there are also challenges. So, as of today, we are in power and will continue to try to do our best to bring succor to the Nigerian people. We think at the end of the day, Nigerians will agree with us. But if in the wisdom of this country, the Nigerians, if in the wisdom of Nigerians don't want us to continue, just like we booted out PDP, it's okay for them to vote us out.
All right, okay, thank you very much. I wish we had more time. Hopefully we can have you back to discuss some of the, away from regional, the zoning and regions, just why people would want to re-elect President Tinubu based on his performance so far. As you termed, he's the darling of the people. Thank you very much for your time with us today.